Hi, here once again at Music to My Ear. My name is Craig. You might have seen me on HeadFi as MTME Craig before. I wanted to do this video. A buddy of mine on HeadFi, his name is Evstrug, he said to me, you ever think about doing like a top picks video for MTME, or choose one of your favorites out of there and do a video on it? And I was thinking about it, what my top picks were, and I chose it for value, performance, build quality, how easy it is to drive, just tons of options that might fit a broad category of people. So I wanted to do a top 4. So first up, at number 4 is GreatO SRA. This sells for $99. Give you a look at it. I chose this one. Very easy to drive. You can drive it right off of a phone. It's very kind of bright treble, very engaging. So this isn't something that you kind of like put on and fall asleep to. This is very, very fun for rock music especially. They call this headphone specifically like the gateway drug into the hobby, just because of the price point, which at $99, and also just its performance is through the roof. So that's why I wanted to choose it. It comes in what's called the pizza box, which is just, it looks like a little small pizza box. So they really wanted to put all their money just like into the headphone and, make it very light and affordable and just great bang for the buck. So that's why I chose this as our number 4 pick. Number 3, I chose the Meza 99 Neo. Also, very easy to drive. You could drive this right off of a phone. So this is at $199. I chose this because of, I think it's a very punchy sound, very fun. The bass is excellent in this for its price. Out of all the headphones in here, I still, pick these up to listen to. And it's just because it's such a fun listen. And I think for a closed back, it also does a good job of not sounding closed in. So for their price to do that at $199, I think it's a total, one of the top picks here. What you get with it is a really nice case that comes standard that fits the headphone perfectly. You also get 2 jacks, one for the airplane, and then just if you want to plug it into like a dedicated amp, and a little pouch to put it both in. So I think that's really nice for the price. Number 2, and this is probably to no surprise to anyone, is the Mr. Speakers Aeon. I chose this because at $799, it shares a lot of characteristics of the Ether, which is the big brother and more expensive model. But the sound is very neutral. He also makes an open back version, so you have that option. There's 2 headphones that you could get, which is the Aeon Open or Aeon Closed. So the sound is very close to the Ether. A lot of people say, hey, this one sounds better than the Ether, or the Ether sounds better than the Aeon. And I think that's fantastic, because if you're able to get a headphone at $799 that is on par with the big brother, I mean, you're doing something right, and you're giving people great value for the sound. It's excellent. I want to talk about the build quality, which is amazing to me. He uses the nitinol headband, which is a very elastic metal, which will spring back into place. He uses that on all the other offerings like the Ether, and now his Mr. Speakers Voce, which is electrostatic. So he uses it on all of them, and that's great because this thing is like just not going anywhere. It's fantastic. Also, you can tell that the cup is a lot different. It's not circular. He engineered the cup to be this shape, so then the front part of it actually falls in line with, he says, a natural groove along your jawbone. So some people can sometimes feel fatigued with headphones after a long period of time and almost feel like, they're like kind of like their jaw is tensing up. But that's why he made it specifically to fit in that groove, so then it's less fatiguing. Just another thing is, just everything about his products scream attention to detail for thinking of and engineering different ways to make it more comfortable or cut down on weight for it being a planar magnetic driver. It's just amazing to me. And I'll show you something else that's in regard to his engineering. In the case that you get is what's called notches, which are little tuning pads that you can put inside the ear cup, and it'll change the treble. So you put them right in there. So if you find the treble to just be a little bit too hot and bright, you put the tuning pad in it and it'll tame it down a little bit. You want there to, I also get a little bit more bass out of it as well when I put the pads in. So depending on your flavor, you can mix it up to whatever you want, which I think is brilliant. It doesn't cost them, much to do that, but it took him thinking of doing it for the customer, which is why, all of those things is my number 2 pick here. Number 1 and lastly is the Phonecall Clear. $14.99. This shares a lot of similarities to its big brother, the Phonecall Utopia. The speed of this headphone is incredible. Very lifelike sounding. Also, which is nice, this is this shorter cable, but I put the jack on. You can run it out of a phone or a DAP, and it does very well off of that. It's pretty easy to drive. So, very neutral sound, but it's not boring. It still has nice punch to it, and the bass is very deep and tight. And to me, even though it's neutral, the treble, mids, and lows are all in a line with each other, it's still a fun, enjoyable headphone to listen to. So I think it's fantastic. With this, you get the nice carrying case. And it's built specifically for the Clear, Utopia, and the Lear. This comes with the Clear. And you also get the short cable, which is single-ended. You get another balanced long cable and another long single-ended cable. So you get 3 cables, the case, phenomenal headphone. This is why it's my number 1 pick here. All of these headphones you can see in our description. We'll have them all linked up. So definitely check them out. These are my top picks and also MTME's top pick for what we think is, the best all-arounds. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hit me up on HeadFi if you have any questions about these or anything else we sell. I'm always there for you.